Hello everyone and welcome to something a little bit different today as what I usually do, but I thought since this FIFA World Cup is almost getting started, I thought let's do a prediction of what I think will happen in the FIFA World Cup. Well, I've kind of dragged and dropped this team in and out, but it is a bit randomly, so this is not what I really expect. So yeah, let's see what my predictions are then. Also, I hope that it's quite kind visible to see, because I can get my computer less bright than this, so hopefully it works well. Somehow my camera does not really like the color white, but I guess you guys can see the flags. I think these are quite visible. So, but now let's go on to what my predictions will be. As for Group A, we have Russia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Uruguay. I think all of these teams, out of these four teams, Uruguay is the strongest one. So I think Uruguay will win Group A. And I think Russia, because they are playing in their home country, will end up in second place. I don't think Egypt will end up in the top two, because Egypt of course has two good players, but you need 11 good players to if you want to get somewhere, I think. So I think Uruguay and Russia will survive that group. And Egypt will probably end up before Saudi Arabia, but I think that is all what Egypt got. As is Group B, I am actually kind of happy that Iran versus Morocco is one of the first games, because then it can be a little bit exciting, unless they play with draw. That is one thing they absolutely cannot have, but because Iran and Morocco are in the same group, I think, are in the same group with both Spain and Portugal, I feel like Iran and Morocco actually are both kind of just filling up the field, because I think it will go between Spain and Portugal win the group. I'm going to guess that Spain will win and that Portugal will end up second. And I don't know who will finish there, but let's say it will be Morocco. But yeah, I think Spain and Portugal should have these two countries in the back, in all honesty. Moving on to Group D then, of Group C, we have Denmark, Peru, France and Australia. Out of all of these four, I think France will probably end winning of this group. And I'm not quite sure, and I actually think it will be a fight who will finish in second. I don't think Peru will end up in second, in all honesty, because Peru are happy and didn't expect to be in the World Cup at the first place. So I don't think Peru will make it to the last 16. I'm going to guess, because Australia has been kind of consecutive times now in the World Cup. I think Australia will end up second before Denmark and Peru. So then we have Group D, we have Argentina, Nigeria, Croatia and Iceland. It's going to be quite an interesting group. Iceland for the first time ever on the World Cup, but Iceland does have a chance to get through, but I don't think they make it in this group, but they probably won't be weak. But I think it will be Argentina who will win this group, and then Nigeria will end up in second, I think. That is my prediction. As of Group A, we have Costa Rica, Switzerland, Serbia and Brazil. Maybe the strongest group of all of these groups on this World Cup, because all of these four countries definitely have a chance of going through. Don't forget Costa Rica, who 4 years ago they end up winning from Uruguay, Italy, and play a draw against England to win the group. But in all honesty, I think Brazil is in very strong shape at the moment. So I think Brazil will win this group, and I think Switzerland will end up in second, and Costa Rica is just not making the cut. I think ending up in third place. As of Group F, you have Sweden, Korea, Mexico, and Germany. I think Germany will win this group ahead of Mexico. I don't. I think I say Mexico above Sweden because Sweden just got on this World Cup. Of course, they beat up Italy, but in all honesty, Italy was also not in their best shape during the World Cup qualifying. So, of course, Sweden does have a chance. I think it will be exciting who gets in the second place. I think it will be a fight between Mexico or Sweden. I don't think Korea Republic will make it, but I think Germany will definitely have this, because Germany always strong, always good. And then we have Group C, we have Panama, Belgium, Tunisia, and England. Well, in all honesty, Panama is for the first time in the World Cup, and Tunisia also does not join the World Cup too often. I think these two are also just kind of filling up the field. I think England and Belgium will have quite an easy time coming out of this group, but I think England will win before Belgium, because I feel like every time Belgium has to play against a good country or a decent country, I feel like they always end up losing. So I think England will win the group in front of Belgium, and then Tunisia and Panama will not make it. As of Group H, we have quite of an interesting group. I don't think these are the four strongest countries of this World Cup. We have Japan, Poland, Senegal, and Colombia, and in all honesty, this can be anyone's game, but I don't see anyone to come that far. But if I have to make a prediction, I think it will be Colombia. I think Colombia is the strongest in this group, and I think Japan will end up in second. I don't think Poland will make it. They do have a chance though, but since we are in Russia, I don't know how that does affect the Polish players or the players from Poland. So. And of course I rule out Senegal, which most people do, but Senegal can easily win this group also. But my prediction will be it will be Colombia ahead of Japan. And also not too many people predicting Japan, so I hope I'm right on that one. But that's going to be interesting, this whole group. So let's continue on now to the knockout stage. We have Uruguay against Portugal in the last 16, France against Nigeria, Brazil against Mexico, England versus Japan, Spain versus Russia, Argentina versus Australia, Germany versus Switzerland, and Colombia versus Belgium. As of Uruguay of Portugal, well, I feel like Portugal kind of somehow always gets through, but yeah, I think the luck has to end somewhere. So I think in the round of 16, Uruguay will defeat Portugal. As of France of Nigeria, well, I think France has the stronger team, so I think it will be France who will make this quarterfinals. Then for Brazil versus Mexico, and that is actually quite of an interesting one if that's going to happen. Because 4 years ago, this was actually the first game on the World Cup, Brazil versus Mexico, and it ended up in a draw. So I think if we see this game, I think Brazil will be having some kind of revenge. So I think it will be Brazil who will defeat Mexico then. Then we have England versus Japan. Well, I really like Japan and I want Japan to go through, but I don't see that happening. So I'm going to guess it will be England to go through to the quarterfinals. Then we have Spain versus Russia. Of course, Russia the host country, but if they have to play against Spain in the last of 16, I don't see Russia to make it to the quarterfinals in all honesty. So I'm going to guess that Spain will make it to the quarters. And then we have Argentina versus Australia. and of course Argentina also a very strong team. So if Australia ends up against Argentina, I don't see making it Australia either. So I'm going to guess it will be Argentina also to go through to the quarterfinals. Germany versus Switzerland. I don't think Switzerland is that bad, but I think Germany is just way better. Germany is one of the better teams at the moment, and they always are. So just going to say that will be Germany. As of Colombia versus Belgium, or I said it before, I don't think any of these countries at Group A is going to get that far. I'm actually going to say that Belgium will end up defeating Colombia, so they are going to end up in the quarterfinals. So in the quarterfinals we have now Uruguay against France, Brazil versus England, Spain versus Argentina, and then Germany versus Belgium. So I think Uruguay versus France, well, Uruguay might have a strong team, but France also have a very strong team. So you might say that France is the favorite of this game, but it can be more interesting than you think at first. Still, I'm going to say though that France will end up winning this quarterfinal. And then if Brazil versus England, well, I think, sorry England, but I think Brazil will is just going to win that. Then with Spain versus Argentina, that might be quite of an interesting game, because I don't know how strong Spain now really is now. I don't think they're the strongest team quite yet, and I also don't know what to expect from Argentina, because 4 years ago they ended up further than everyone expected on the second place. I don't think anyone predicted that, but still Spain versus Argentina, I think it will be Spain ending up on top, so Spain is going to make it to the semi-finals. And then Germany versus Belgium, well, like I said before, it looks like every time Belgium has to play against a big team, somehow they always lose out. So I'm going to say that Germany will win it from Belgium. So and if that happens, we have the semi-finals, France versus Brazil, and then Spain versus Germany. France versus Brazil. Well, yeah, this is where the real games are going to get. France versus Brazil will be an awesome game to watch if that is going to happen in the semi-finals. And my prediction will actually be that Brazil will win this game, because Brazil is on a very high level at the moment. They're doing greatly lately. So I'm going to guess that Brazil will make it to the final instead of France. And you have Spain versus Germany, and of course 8 years ago Spain defeated Germany, but 4 years ago Spain was already eliminated in the group. But as for now, I think Germany is stronger than Spain at the moment, so I'm going to guess that Germany will make the final. So as we have, well, it's not shown here, but then we have France versus Spain for the third place. Well, let's just say in a very quick way that I think that France will win the third place. But always the game for the third place is not that. It's always not too excited. But the final then, Brazil versus Germany, and actually kind of not only thinking this will be the final, predicting this will be the final, I'm also kind of hoping this will be the final. Although it's not that I don't like the other countries though, because if Australia becomes world champion, for instance, then I'm also happy. But because it's not that I have anything against Australia, or I have anything against another, or anything against Panama, who I think is just filling up the field. But I don't see that happening. That these countries will make the final. But anyway, Brazil versus Germany, I think this actually are the two strongest teams on the moment, Brazil versus Germany. So if this is the final, we have absolutely something to watch. Although I hope it will be end up in the game itself or in the extra time. Hopefully not penalties, because well, penalties always takes the kind of the game away. I feel so. I don't hope. I hope it won't be penalties. But if Brazil versus Germany, it's going to be very close. But if I have to pick, I'm going to say it will be Germany once again who will win the World Championship. So that is it. I think this is my FIFA World Cup 2018 prediction. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching and hopefully till the next time.